Hello, welcome to another episode of Realpolitik. I am your host, Firas Wadad. Today I'm going to be talking about the martyrdom of Charlie Kirk, what it means in general for the West, why it's important, and to try to find a way forward. The themes that I'm going to touch on are not going to detail the mechanics of the murder or the killer. We all know what happened. Charlie Kirk was shot while he was debating, while he was doing what he loves, including professing the word of God and explaining the importance of Christianity to young students. He was shot by a leftist who had a transgender boyfriend, and it was in large part the result of the vilification of even the center right as being Nazis, fascists, and so on. So that's not the part that I'm going to cover. What I'm going to cover is a little bit about why the worldview of the left is so wrong, and if there is some space for compromise. And I want to emphasize the importance of compromise from the beginning. I'm going to read for you a small segment from Thucydides, from Book 3 of Thucydides, Part 82. Let's start with that. During 7 days, the Corceans were engaged in butchering those of their fellow citizens whom they regarded as their enemies. And although the crime imputed was that of attempting to put down the democracy, some were slain also for private hatred, others by their debtors because of the monies owed to them. Death thus raged in every shape, and, as usually happens at such times, there was no length to which violence did not go. Sons were killed by their fathers, and suppliants dragged from the altar or slain upon it. So these were people trying to pray to be saved. While some were even walled up in the temple of Dionysus and died there. So bloody was the march of revolution, and the impression which it made was the greater as it was one of the first to occur. Later on, one may say, the whole Hellenic world was convulsed, struggles being everywhere made by the popular chiefs to bring in the Athenians and by the oligarchs to introduce the Lacedaemonians. In peace there would have been neither the pretext nor the wish to make such an invitation. But in war, with an alliance always at the command of either faction for the hurt of their adversaries and their own corresponding advantage, opportunities for bringing in the foreigner were never wanting to the revolutionary parties. The sufferings which revolution entailed upon the cities were many and terrible, such as have occurred and always will occur as long as the nature of mankind remains the same, though in a severer or milder form and varying in their symptoms according to the variety of the particular cases. This section is important, and I always think about it because it shows how horrific civil conflict is and why it is very important for us, especially for Christians, to try to avoid it because of the evils that come from it. It's not one where everybody thinks about civil wars and imagines that he's going to be the militia leader and he's going to be the tough guy. But everybody else is thinking in the exact same way. And everybody else is trying to do the same precise thing and to be the leader of some faction. And the result of that is chaos. You don't get rid of tyranny. You end up with thousands of petty tyrants, some more intelligent than others, some better than others. And it's just evil upon evil. It's injustice upon injustice. It's destruction. It's something that you should really want to avoid. So when the left, through the incitement that it has engaged in, leads someone like the shooter, Tyler Robinson, to become so ideologically possessed as to shift from being a regular conservative Mormon to a murderer with a transgender boyfriend. So he turned gay and his boyfriend was trans. The ability of the left to unleash demons on those that end up supporting its ideology is very dangerous and very destructive. Equally dangerous is the way, is a couple of things. First, Charlie Kirk was not by any means a radical. He was not by any means an extremist. He's not different from the 100,000, 200,000, 300,000 people who just attended the Tommy Robinson rally in London on Saturday. He's not different from Trump voters who had previously voted for Obama. This isn't some radical extremist guy. He's just a normal debate me bro guy with center-right views, including the necessity of keeping his own country recognizable, which is 90+% American, including the importance of managing migration, including the importance of realizing that the West is fundamentally Christian and acting in a Christian way. So they're trying to cast him as some kind of radical, at least some of the left is. He's nothing of the sort. He's really nothing of the sort. They chose to kill the person who wanted to talk to them. The fact that they killed him while he was advocating Christianity and preaching Christianity makes him a martyr. He's a Protestant, I'm a Catholic. We disagreed on that detail, not that I knew him personally, but he's still a Christian martyr. This is a guy who died for his faith. He died for what he thought was right. And he died peacefully. He wasn't attacking anyone. He wasn't inflicting violence on anyone. These guys on the left will tell you that silence is violence, and they will tell you that words are violence. So no matter what you do, you're stuck in this totalitarian loop where unless you profess their dogma, they will view you as evil, and they will say quite openly that they're willing to kill you. This is the situation that we have.
If you enjoyed this piece of premium content from the Lotus Eaters, head to our website where you can find more.